You've worked hard all your life, but now with the increased cost of living, rising rents and property prices going through the roof, there has never been a better time to move to idyllic, affordable, beautiful Sept, Bali. Now for only under 250,000 Australian dollars, let us show you how you can live the lifestyle of your dreams in a brand new home that's yours for life, all with our wraparound 24-hour support service, ensuring your absolute ongoing peace of mind.
Hi everyone, my name is Gary Pradana and I'm the General Manager of PT Yaran Bali Indonesia. We're an Indonesian company that is a subsidiary of the Yaran Property Group Australia based in Perth, WA. And yeah, at Yaran Bali Indonesia, we aim to provide an affordable housing option here, especially for foreign retirees who are thinking of getting an affordable retirement here in beautiful Bali, Indonesia. And our offering is quite unique to Bali. We're offering what's called a lease for life offering. This is the first of our many projects here. I'm currently at the beautiful The Lagoon Seminyak residence. This is the first unit that we are offering under the lease for life offering, which is different from an expiring lease. And we've talked extensively about that in a different video. But yeah, basically it's an option for you to have that peace of mind when you're thinking of retiring in Bali. So you have that security, knowing that you have a place here permanently in Bali. So yeah, the topic of today's video, we'll talk about retiring in Bali, even on the Australian age pension. And I know in the past, for those who've been around for quite a while, we've made a different video about the budget of living in Bali. Myself and my colleague Richard Poole, we've talked extensively about what are the costs of living here in Bali. But yeah, today I want to talk about an update to that budget, and especially comparing that to the Australian age pension with the recent update with the inflation, changes in government regulations, especially about now that BPJS Kesehatan is no longer available for people on the retirement kitas, that is the specific stay permit here in Bali for people looking to retire in Bali. So yeah, we advise every single one of our residents, as well as anyone considering retiring in Bali, to consider getting their own private health insurance. Yeah, but despite all that, we think that you can still comfortably retire in Bali even under the Australian age pension. And I'm going to show you how today by providing a quick summary or a quick breakdown of the budget of living here in beautiful Bali, and consider this as a 2025 budget update. So yeah, let's start with the amount of the Australian age pension that you can get. So the latest update we get from servicesaustralia.gov.au is from September 2024, and the amount for full pension ranges from about just shy of 28,000 Australian dollars for a single person up to 42,000 for a couple. And yeah, this is enough to survive in Bali. I know you might be thinking, how could that be enough to survive for my retirement? But we've created a rough calculation. I've created this budget breakdown, assuming you're living in one of our The Lagoon Seminyak residence. So if you're living in Yaran's The Lagoon unit, and your total cost, this is annual total cost, we foresee that you only need about 26,500 dollars Australian for a single and 41,500 Australian dollars for a couple. So that is slightly less than the Australian age pension. So you potentially could still have savings there. Could be for, you could spend that in any other budget that you might like, maybe for your leisure or any other things that you might want. So yeah, let's go into what is covered in this total cost that I've stated earlier. So obviously the first thing that is covered here, we've considered your rent and utilities. So this covered everything, including your water and electricity, and including your internet, council rates, water rates, strata fees, common area maintenance, because here you're living in a beautiful resort with a lagoon pool. There's a gym, there's a lobby, common area, restaurants here. So all the common areas, cleaning is covered in there. And as well as this, also bundled into this budget is also the Yaran concierge service. That is our service. You can consider that as a trusted local Balinese friend here to help assist you transition to living in beautiful Bali. So as an example, you might need an occasional translation service when you're dealing with a company or authorities outside of the touristy area here in Bali, because yes, we do speak a different language here, Bahasa Indonesia, and to a certain degree Balinese, and you might need that occasional translation service, and our concierge service will be able to help you with that, as well as you have general questions about where to go for example, you need your groceries, or where to go, or you need a list of recommended dentists, recommended GP, for example. Our concierge service will also be more than happy to help you discuss about your specific requirements. So yeah, enough about that. Next covered in this budget is also your food. So we've considered for 3 meals per day, and again, this is 3 meals eating out. You could potentially save money here if you decided to buy your own groceries and cook in the apartment, because we do consider spaces for you where you can cook your own meals. But in this budget, we are thinking of 3 meals per day eating out at a local restaurant. This covers a full meal and drinks. And yeah, you might remember I've done a video in the past with Richard Poole where we eat at a local warung here, and a full meal and drinks. And mind you, the drinks is a beautiful fresh young coconut, and that only cost us about $5 per person. So it's definitely doable to find a good full meal plus drinks at an affordable price here in Bali. And next, that's covered in this budget is also your daily transport to local destinations. That is around South Bali, like Seminyak, Legian, Kuta, even Nusa Dua. That's covered in this budget. For those who are adventurous, you can opt for the scooter taxi, or we call that Gojek or Grab bike. Or if not, you could also take the online regular taxi, the car taxi. In this budget, we've also considered the health insurance costs and other health costs, such as your generic medication, could be your flu meds, or your dental care even. We've also budgeted that in there. And yeah, again, we put an emphasis on advising any of our residents, as well as anyone thinking of retiring in Bali, to get their private health insurance, just to ensure that you would enjoy your stay and you're fully covered during the length of your retirement here in Bali, so you can really make the most out of your retirement here and have an enjoyable life. But yeah, as a ballpark, I want to just share with you the general cost of health insurance here in Bali. So we've managed to get from a few different sources the general cost is for a 70-year-old person. For female, per month, the insurance premium cost about $260 Australian and about $430 Australian for a male. So again, this is for people aged 70, so you can estimate how much roughly the cost of your health insurance here in Bali. Next up is, we also cover personal items and other miscellaneous. This could also be your hobby items, such as maybe you want to play a guitar. You could also cover the replacement of your guitar strings, or other hobby items. Maybe you're into coffee, other things like that. Could be books, could be your fashion items like clothing, accessories, things like that. Also covered in this budget is fancy dinner once a month, because we think you deserve fancy dinner once a month with your friends that you've made here in Bali. And yeah, retirement doesn't have to be miserable. It could be an enjoyable thing that you could enjoy the fruit of your hard work for the rest of you've worked hard for your life, and now it's time for you to enjoy. And yeah, this once a month fancy dinner, you could utilize that to make connections here. And yeah, there are plenty of opportunities to make friends here in beautiful Bali. You don't have to isolate yourself just because you are retiring. Next up, we've also considered your visa or stay permit renewal fees, or commonly known here as kitas. And we've budgeted about $1,000 Australian for this particular post. And again, this depends on your specific kitas that you are taking, and the frequency. Is it like every 6 months, or every year, or every 2 years, or 5 years? Again, this vary greatly from person to person because of your specific requirements and eligibility. But again, we think this $1,000 per month budget for renewal fees for type of kitas, this should be more than enough, and it should be enough also to cover the agent's fees for you to renew this kitas. And yeah, finally, in this budget, we've also considered leisure activities. So we've also considered 1 time per year, a quick trip back to Australia, so you don't have to say goodbye forever to your families and friends and whoever back home in Australia that you miss, and discover inclusive of accommodation plus flights to major cities in Australia with direct flights from Bali. So yeah, you can go back home for special occasions or holidays, or a quick trip for any necessities you might have. So yeah, that is it. That is the summary of what's covered in our budget. Again, just to recap, that's about $26,500 Australian for a single person to survive here in Bali, and $41,500 for a couple for you to enjoy your retirement here in beautiful Bali. And yeah, this is just a summary. This video might feel a little bit quick for you, but yeah, the idea is to give you a general update to the budgeting that we've done in the past. And if you're interested in looking into a more detailed budget breakdown plus more info about retiring in Bali, we have bundled that information into a free ebook that you can download. The link is in the description box down below, and we've created an ebook titled 5 Things You Must Know When Considering Retirement in Bali, and that covers generic thing about visa, healthcare, budgeting, and even housing options for retirement options here in Bali. So yeah, that is it for our video today. Oh, and otherwise, if you're ready to retire in paradise, you feel free to book a 30-minute call, obligation-free call with myself. And in this call, we can discuss anything. It could be for our Lease for Life offering here in beautiful Bali, or it could be any general questions you might have about retiring in Bali, and we can discuss a specific requirement and whether or not this is suitable for your specific circumstances. So yeah, like this video if you feel that we've delivered a great content for you, a great value for you, and subscribe if you want to know more about general info about living in Bali or specifically retiring in Bali. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.